Hello everyone, my name is Naomi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about my zero waste journey, where I started, and basically how far I've come and what my plans for the future are. Because that's not really something that I've talked about. Like, I talk about only specific things that I've done, but I haven't really just given you the whole story. Okay, so my zero waste journey began... Honestly, it kind of started, my whole going green thing was the year I turned 30. I was someone who had spent my whole life with eczema. I had eczema on my face, like around my mouth, and I had it on my scalp. I had it on my hands, on my arms, and even some on my legs. So I was a little bit of a hot mess. My skin was just not healthy. And the year I turned 30, I made two changes in my life that I think made a huge difference. One, I got rid of all the harsh chemicals. My mom had sent me a book. Actually, it's right up here. I'll just show you. It's called Green Housekeeping by Ellen Sandbeck. And the book, it's made with recycled paper even. That's like the great thing, another great thing I love about that book. But after I read that book, I started thinking, because I just did things the way I assumed we were supposed to. I went to the store, I bought my chemical cleaners, I cleaned my house, I didn't think anything of it. I decided to go ahead and try cleaning my house without all the harsh chemicals. And I did it, and my skin cleared up. I also went gluten-free that same year. I honestly believe, though, it was the chemicals, because I went chemical free, I think it was a little bit before I went gluten free, and my skin started to clear up as soon as I got rid of all the commercial cleaning products. So I started cleaning my house using cleaning rags and vinegar, baking soda, that type of stuff. So I loved it. I made that change and I loved it. So then I started thinking about other things that I could do that were maybe better. So I started slowly finding other ways to go green. I hadn't yet really thought about the plastics, but eliminating all of those commercial cleaning products got rid of all the plastics. Fast forward, I want to say a few years later, and I still, at the back of my mind, had this whole going green thing going on, because I had done so well with getting rid of the chemicals and was excited about how I felt better. So a few years later, started using, I got to thinking about, as I started to see the plastic problem, and it's showing up here and there in the media, the plastics are out of control, and this is getting to be a really big crisis. I thought about it, and I'm like, if baby diapers are a huge issue, if they don't break down in a landfill, what about feminine hygiene products? So I bought some washable, reusable pads, and I started there. I thought, I'll just use these when I'm at home. That'll reduce the amount of plastic pads and tampons that I'm using. No big deal. Well, then when I started using them and discovered that I actually liked them because they were better in every way, then I decided I would just completely switch over, and I did. And I haven't used a disposable pad or tampon in over 3 years, like 3.5 years, something like that. It's been a long time. And I felt better doing that. Marley, come on. Nope. Get out. I gotta shut this door real quick. Nope. Sorry. I had to kick him out for just a moment, because it's really hard to make videos when he decides that there's bad guys out there. Which happens, because there's bad guys out there. Anyway, so I felt better about that, because that was reducing plastics. And then I slowly started to look at, why do we use paper plates? Why do we use disposable cups? Why do we use napkins? Why do we use all this? I bought cloth napkins and switched us over to that. I bought, well, I stopped buying paper plates and those little plastic Solo cups. I told my husband I'd rather just wash the dishes. So I wouldn't let him bring home any of that anymore because, well, there's too much of it. Started looking for alternatives for sandwich bags. He still has sandwich bags from his sandwich days. They're in my kitchen. Haven't used them in, I don't know, a year at least. But they're there and I don't want them to go in a landfill, so I just don't throw them out. I should find somebody who can maybe use them. But anyway, I've slowly been eliminating single-use items and replacing them with things that are reusable and more permanent. Just like recently I had bought my Hydro Flask. When I started my new job, I bought this Hydro Flask. I love this thing, like, so much. It keeps my ice water icy cold on my desk all day. So I have slowly been eliminating plastic and doing what I can. I don't do bottled water. I buy as many fresh vegetables, not packaged in plastic, as I can buy. I don't use the plastic shopping bags at the grocery store anymore. I bring my own reusable bags. I've been doing that for a while, and I love that. I even bought the reusable produce bags, and I love those. I've started making Marley's food as zero waste as possible by buying from the bulk section. I can even go to Hy-Vee and get his meat for his food. And I don't feed a ton of meat because I also put a lot of plant proteins into his food. But I do put some meat because I'm still not sure it's okay for a dog to be vegan. I'm a little iffy on that one, but I'm going to zero waste with even the dogs as I possibly can. I now buy their treats bulk from a doggy bakery, and I take in a muslin bag and fill them up, and then they weigh it and charge me whatever. It's great. So I've made all of these changes, and the most recent one was I bought more sustainable toilet paper. So I've come a long way, but I feel like there's a lot more that I can start doing. Oh, I did recently start making my own deodorant because I decided I wasn't buying the Secret in the plastic, and also it clogs your pores. I've been using it for 26 years and decided it was time to do something that was healthier and more sustainable. So I did start making my own deodorant recently. That's another thing that I have started doing. There are many changes that I have made to become more sustainable. I plan to continue on this journey, and I will make videos along the way as I implement more changes into this household. I'm just going to keep sharing it with you guys. The changes I make, and whether they work, whether they don't, how much I like them, that kind of stuff. So, in the future, I'd like to continue to reduce waste. I'm just going to keep looking for ways to do things without creating waste. I have, even my hair care has become minimal waste hair care, which is phenomenal for me. I don't use all of the facial cleansing stuff that I did when I was younger. None of that stuff. So I'm going to continue with my zero waste journey, and I'm hoping that you guys will come along and watch my videos, and even if you have suggestions on things I can do better, on zero waste things that I haven't yet mastered, I am always open to suggestions, and I read all of the comments put on my videos. I love hearing from you guys, so put comments on my videos. Put comments. I love to hear from you. I do plan to add more houseplants to this house because of the fact that houseplants do clean the air better, which is great. They purify your air. I love that about houseplants. And I plan to slowly eliminate more and more packaged foods as I find zero waste substitutions or lower waste I'm looking for stuff that is packaged without plastic. That is my journey. I want to eliminate plastic. I don't think it's necessary for life. Anyway, thank you for watching my video about my zero waste journey. I hope that it helps give other people ideas. I hope that it helps show people that you can do this. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can do it on your own timeline. You can do it a little at a time. Do what you can do, and no judgment. On this channel, at least, you will just... I'm just happy when I hear people doing things to reduce their waste. That's what makes me happy. So even if you only did one thing, I would be sitting over here celebrating that one thing that you do. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night. And I'm going to make another video for you guys on my prepping journey. So have a good one.